Hi, Chad Williams with Empower Seniors Fall Prevention and Home Safety. Once again coming from my bathroom. Seems like these videos just don't stop. But again, like I mentioned before, there's so many different things you can do in the bathroom that we'll be spending a number of videos here talking about those modifications we can make. So what I'm here to talk about today, as you can see, I'm sitting on my toilet, and it's because I'm going to talk about a raised toilet seat. In this case, a clamp-on raised toilet seat. And we'll talk about the pros and cons of that piece of equipment here shortly. So just some background here. As folks get weaker, they're having a harder time getting on and off lower seated surfaces, such as a standard height toilet, which we have here. It's helpful to raise the height of that toilet seat. So, well, I think we talked about this in another video, that just as an experiment, if you try to stand and then squat down to a kind of a high squat and stand back up, and then squat down to a low squat and then stand back up, you'll likely notice that it takes a significant amount of effort to get from that lower seated position. You need more muscle strength. So the raised toilet seat is one way to raise that height and make it easier for people to get on and off their toilet. So a couple of different things we could do. We could buy a brand new toilet, one of the higher height toilets that's ADA or Americans with Disabilities Act compliant, so it would raise the height of the seat and it would make it easier for people to get on and off. Or we can just buy a raised toilet seat. So what I'm going to show you here is this raised toilet seat. It's from a company called Drive. It was around $25 or so, and what it does is it sits in your toilet. It can sit in a round toilet or an elongated or oval shaped toilet, and you just use this locking clamp, and it pulls this mechanism here, presses it against the front of the toilet, and this fits in the back under a lip. So advantages of this type of raised toilet seat are that it's portable. So if you need to go from your home and you needed to go to a friend or family's house and you needed the raised toilet seat height, you could bring this with, because this just unclamps and then you're off. The advantage, or disadvantage I should say, that I found with these is that the clamp needs to be checked frequently. It needs to maintain that pressure on the toilet to be safe and stable. I don't necessarily like these for more of a permanent solution. We'll talk about some of those other types in a future video. But again, it does fit the need. It can definitely raises the height roughly about 5 inches. So it makes it easier to get on and off that toilet. The other nice thing is it has these arms. So just got to make sure you're putting on the arms correctly, which I'm not. So just make sure you line these up right. Hopefully third time's the charm here. So nice little buttons you just press in on the side. Then you seat it in, and then you hear it clamp or lock into place with those little buttons. So put the other one on, and then we'll show you how it looks in practice once you have it on the toilet. Okay, so now we're in. So now what we do, we need to mount it in the toilet. So in this case, we don't need to remove the seat from the toilet. You just raise it up, and then it's sliding in. You need to make sure that clamp is not too far forward. So now we dropped on, and now I'm just twisting this lock clamp. You gotta make sure it's nice and tight, because again, you're asking someone to put their weight on this and trust in it that they're going to be able to get on and off safely. So now I'm able to get down and off. And you see I'm way higher. In fact, I'm going to have to lean down probably to get into the camera. lens because it's raised me up a significant amount. But when I come up, I got those armrests, way easier to get on and off the toilet. Again, when I want to take it off, I'm just going to unclamp it. Just going to talk about a couple other things is, aesthetically, it's kind of looks institutional, like something you might see in a hospital or a nursing home or something. So that can be a disadvantage as well, because people like a nice look to their toilet, maybe rather this big bulky contraption here. But again, it's to fit the need of a temporary fix that can be mobile and removable and can bring from place to place. Great solution, fairly low price point. Like I said, around $25 or so, 25 to 30, probably on the higher end. So again, you just need to make sure you check this locking clamp frequently. Make sure it's not loosening up, but makes getting on and off the toilet much safer. So once again, any questions, comments, anything, please send them my way. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. Have a great day.